Welcome back. In the last session, we talked about how to set up a LinkedIn account and went over some of the key sections to include. In this session, we'll be taking it to the next level by creating an integrated LinkedIn profile. So, as you can see, I've gone ahead and completed a basic LinkedIn profile for Manny. And now, using Manny's profile, I'm going to share with you my 9 tips to make your LinkedIn profile stand out. So let's get started. Tip number 1, make a great first impression by incorporating your NextGen resume into your LinkedIn profile. As you know, your profile summary is one of the first things people will see. Along with your headline, this is what will draw people in and keep them there, making it the perfect place to add your NextGen resume. Begin by writing a short summary about yourself. There are some resources and the additional resources that will help you do this. As you can see, I've already written a short summary about Manny. Then on the bottom, you can see where it says add media, and here's where you can add media. So we're going to upload a video. So click on that, and then just paste in the link to your video. Now, LinkedIn supports YouTube videos, so make sure that you stick with YouTube or one of the other supported providers. Let's add it in here. Once you add it in, you can then modify the name of the video along with the description of the video. For now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is, but I would strongly suggest that you do write a new description and video title to make sure it's clear so that an employer and recruiter looking at your profile understands what this video is all about. Let's just add it in for now. And there you go. And then another trick about LinkedIn is that if you go over here and you can say view profile, and you can see how it'll show to people who want to see your profile. Tip number 2, add in your projects. Just because you don't have a lot of work or educational experiences doesn't mean that you don't have the skills that employers are looking for. Use projects as a way of highlighting those skills. To do that, just add in the projects section to your profile. Go to the View More tab at the top, scroll down, and add projects. Then start filling in the details. I'm going to put the NextGen MOOC as the project here. And then you can associate with an occupation that you've already listed. So since I've already put peer mentor under my experience, I'm going to click this. Otherwise, you can click on other. And then you can add in the date. I'm going to leave that blank for now. And then add a link to the project URL. I'm going to add the link to the YouTube video promoting our course. Next, you can add in members. Since Manny doesn't have any connections yet, when he goes to add in members, no one will pop up. But if, say, he was connected with me, my name would pop up. But for now, we'll just put my name like as is, and then you can always rearrange the order they appear in as well. And finally, you want to add in a description about what this project was all about. There you go. And just like that, we will save it. And now we have the projects section in our LinkedIn profile. The really cool thing is that because we associated this project with a past experience we had, it now appears under that experience. And if you click on it there, you can see that project. Since we're on the experience section of our profile, let's talk about our third tip, which is show your achievements. Now, you can show your achievements in a number of ways in LinkedIn. You can add in projects like we've done here. You can also use the description sections to talk about your achievements and awards, or you can even go and add in the section. To do that, we're going to go back to the top here, under View More, and add in honors and awards. Similar to projects, you're going to write in the award. So for Manny, we're going to say he got the School Spirit Award. And then for the occupation, we'll choose the student at Runnymede. And then we will write in all the other details here. It'll appear right here, and similar to the projects, it'll also appear under the education because that's what we associated with. So you can see right here, it says 1 award. There you go. And if we had written a description, that would be displayed there. This brings us to tip number 4, which is readjust your educational experiences. LinkedIn will add the top educational experience listed on the top of your profile under your profile header. Remember, this is the first thing people are going to see. So Manny only has one educational institution here, but let's just add one in and I'll show you what I mean. So we'll just pick York University here and we'll put marketing and we will pick bachelor's degree and we'll save this here. So if we go back to the top, under education, it still lists Runnymede Collegiate. But what if Manny didn't want it to list this and wanted York to show up instead? So what you have to do is go to your educational experiences and then there's a little bar right here and you can readjust it so that York is the first one listed. Once you do that and if you refresh your profile, you will see that York University appears on top here. So rearrange your educational experience so that the educational institution you want highlighted appears first. Let's move on to tip number 5, which is to add media to your LinkedIn profile. We already have some experience adding media when we incorporated our NextGen Resume into your profile summary. To enrich your profile even more, you can add media to other sections of your profile as well. For example, let's go look under the experience section. As you know, under here we have peer mentoring for NextGen resumes, and we already added our project. When we added in this project, we also added the URL for this project. But as you can see, it's not very visible. So what we can do instead is to go ahead and add in some videos or links to this project. So let's go back and re-add that link here. So that now that a video appears here. Aside from videos, you can also add in documents, photos, links to other sites where people can find out more about the project you've worked on, or even better, if you want to work for a particular industry, you can create a presentation about that industry or a problem you see in that industry and upload that as well. So there's lots of ways you can add media to your profile. It's a good idea to add a few different types of media so that your profile is very engaging. It also reinforces the statements you've made on your LinkedIn profile. So instead of just telling, you're going to be showing. Let's move on to tip number 6, which is to rearrange your LinkedIn profile. What's great about LinkedIn is that you can customize how your profile looks. If you look at Manny's profile right now, it seems to be a bit of mismatch of information. It doesn't really flow well. It's a bit confusing, to be honest. So what you can do is rearrange the sections so that the most important or interesting information appears on top. Remember, people are going to start at the top and work their way down. So you want to keep the most important and interesting information on top. So let's take a look at Manny's profile and rearrange. So I think that the most important thing is to move our summary section here. So I think the most important thing is to move our profile summary here to the very top. Just click on this double arrow here and just simply drag to the position you want it to appear in. So after our summary, we can add in our experience and so on and so forth. So just rearrange based on your profile. So remember to rearrange your profile sections to highlight your strengths. So now that our profile looks great, it's time to add in some keywords, which is tip number 7. Just like your resume, you want to incorporate keywords into your LinkedIn profile. Recruiters use keywords to find candidates, and you want to make sure you come up in those searches. Great places to add keywords is in your headline, your profile summary, as well as the interest section of your profile. So if we go under View More, we can add in interests. And here, you can type in some keywords. So let's add in some keywords so you get the idea. And that appears at the bottom here under Additional Info. Just one last note about the interest section. This is also a great place to build rapport and paint a well-rounded image of yourself. But remember to keep it relevant and professional. Take a look at other people's interests and see what they've written down And if it applies to you, add it into your interest section as well. Remember to keep it focused and professional, and most importantly, authentic. Your LinkedIn profile should paint a true image of who you are. So once you're happy with your LinkedIn profile, it's time to connect with people on LinkedIn, and that's our tip number 8. Make connections. It's easy to find connections on LinkedIn. If you go to the top here under My Network, you have the option of adding in your contacts. LinkedIn will also search for people you may know based on the places you've worked at, and you can also find people who attended your school and ask to connect with them. Another option is you can search for people up here. Now, another place that you should also be aware is up here, which is the people who have requested to add you. So if we go here, we can see that Nick has requested to add us. So we're going to accept Nick because we all know Nick. Great, so now if we refresh, we'll see that Manny has 1 connection. Now, a really important rule is when you want to connect with someone is to send a message. If we go up here, and I'm going to search for myself here. So this is my profile. So to connect with me, Manny has to go here, and then you can press on connect. So LinkedIn includes a very sort of generic message here, which is I'd like to add you to my professional network. Now, this is okay, but it's best to personalize your ask. So I would say, this way, when Manny sends me an invitation, I will get a personalized message. This is a very important step. Like all other social media sites, there is a certain etiquette that you need to follow. And with LinkedIn, sending a personalized message to connect with someone is very important for a couple of reasons. A, it shows the person that you're not just connecting with a whole bunch of people randomly. B, it reminds the person how they knew you. So for example, I get a lot of invitations to connect with people, but I don't know who they are. And without a personalized note, I oftentimes don't accept their invitation. So keep that in mind when you're connecting with people. Finally, we move down to the final tip for you. Tip number 9, which is to ask for recommendations and endorsements. Now that you have connections, you're well underway to building your networks and finding opportunities on LinkedIn. This is very, very important. So if we scroll down to the bottom of our LinkedIn profile here, we'll see that it has skills and endorsements. So your connections can endorse you for your skills. Let's take a look at my profile and I'll show you what I mean by this. So if we go to the very bottom of my profile, you'll see my skills listed here, and then you'll see that a bunch of different people have endorsed me for a variety of different skills. They're vouching for my ability to do these particular tasks. A great way to get endorsements is to endorse your connections. So if we go back to Nick, we can endorse him for, say, teamwork, just by like, or any other skills that we see here that he has. Very simple. Recommendations are another way for you to demonstrate your ability, your soft skills, and all the other things that employers are looking for. If we look at Nick's profile here, at the very bottom, we'll see that he has his recommendations. A lot of times recruiters look for profiles that have recommendations because it, once again, vouches for that person. You can ask your past colleagues, teachers, mentors to write a quick recommendation for you on your LinkedIn profile. And we'll include some resources about how you can go about doing that. And that's it. Those are my 9 tips.